No, he took a good poop on her lollipop. She was trans.
Oh my fucking God, what a way to start that.
Hell yeah. He's going to come.
I don't know about me, but that guy might.
Welcome to the dumbest podcast on your desk. I am Manny McDoucherson.
And I'm Clayton Keg.
Oh, wow. This is what we do here.
Yeah, I mean, I did not see that punchline coming. That was great.
Take a good poop on your lollipop. You know what? That deserves a peach.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
peaches.
Well, because I drank most of the juice yesterday. If you look in this bottle, there's pretty much no juice in
Yeah,
there.
no, I was looking, believe me, and it looked pretty dry in there.
Yeah, you know what? I'm pretty sure that they've just been excreting just peach juice, and I thought I drank all of it last night, but apparently I did not.
Well, producing more juice for you.
Oh yeah, better than shooting ropes. Yeah, there you go. Hey, oops, there it goes.
No,
Good now.
it's good, yeah. So,
What? What, you want to say something about me tonguing this bar of fucking Old Smoky?
well, no, I was initially going to ask for a peach, though, and
You saw me just tugging the
I
jar of Old
definitely
Smoky.
did. I did, so I'm kind of like,
Oh, yeah.
damn.
It's not the first time. It's not going to be the last.
I feel like now that I know this and see this, it has me questioning those pickles that one day.
Your store is dpoid@gmail.com. If you don't have a fork, do you use your fingers or do you just shove your tongue inside the Old Smoky jar of peaches?
That's a good question.
I did both.
You know, sadly enough, I still want one of those fucking peaches.
I know my hands are cleaner than yours.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. You want to know how I know that? Because I actually washed my hands recently.
So did I, actually.
Yeah, whatever. That 4 days ago is not recent.
Oh, no, it was today.
Oh, yeah, see? Just saying today doesn't make it recent.
It does, actually.
No, it just makes it today. It could have been at 12:01 a.m. for all the fuck I goddamn know. What?
I mean, you're not wrong, but it's definitely been very recent. So we'll leave it at that.
Okay, it was 12:30 in the morning.
You know, honestly, let me go ahead and get into this. We're going over somebody that's actually a lot more interesting than I thought they were going in. Well, not so much going in. After something that I had heard about him made me want to look into him. And, yeah, it's a pretty wild story. More wild than anybody probably knew. Well, maybe. We are going to talk about Colonel Sanders. Good old KFC guy, that's right. So, Colonel Sanders' real name was Harlan David Sanders, and he was born September 9th, 1890, in Henryville, Indiana. Harlan was the oldest of three children to Wilbur and Margaret Ann Sanders.
Of course, the Indiana douche thinks he can make Kentucky chicken.
Well,
He wasn't even born in the South.
yeah, well, I mean, that is kind of southern Indiana, actually.
It
So,
wasn't born in the South. It was Southern Indiana chicken. It wasn't Southern chicken. I don't care what anybody say. It was Southern Indiana chicken.
Well, I mean, he did move around a lot.
Yeah. So did my balls.
That's disturbing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Where do they keep moving to?
My gut.
Wow, that's...
Yeah. I know.
Anyways. So the Sanders were,
Chris
faithful...
Benoit. Chris Benoit balls. Started KFC in his basement.
Well, I mean...
Or, I'm sorry, Kentucky Fried Chicken in his
I
basement.
mean, it was more constructive than what Chris Benoit ended up doing.
In his basement. Pow, zoom, zing.
Might be too soon for that joke. So they were faithful Christians. They attended Advent Christian Church. Sanders' father was described as a mild, affectionate, and hardworking man who ran an 80-acre farm. That's a lot of fucking land, actually. 80 acres is a pretty good amount of land.
Well, it's not as much as 81 acres, so there's that.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Of Latter-day Saints. Had nothing to do with this podcast.
Well, we know we're not getting endorsed by them anytime soon, that's for sure.
God, I hope not.
Although they do have the kind of money that would make me say, triple that.
Balls to the wall, boys. Balls to the wall.
You want me to stop cussing, you're going to have to quadruple it.
Balls to the wall.
Until he broke his leg in a fall. Shortly after this incident, Sanders' dad started working as a butcher in Henryville for about 2 years.
I was going to say he started working as a crackhead Easdale like in Friday.
Damn. You know what? Had he have done that, this is earlier on in the timeline, he would have been the guy that made it cool. Trendsetter.
He's like, my foot. Like, I want $100,000. But we can settle this out of court for $240s and a fifth. A fifth of Jack Daniels.
I mean, the sad part is it probably would have worked out better for Sanders' dad because he was white. He would have gotten a bigger settlement. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Oh, man. So, Sanders' mother was by all accounts known as a devout Christian and also known to be a strict parent. So she was the bad guy parent, and the dad sounds like he might have been the good guy parent.
Yeah, well, it was 1890, so who the fuck knows?
They were probably both bad guy parents.
Wait, you said 1890? Yeah, 1890.
Yeah, 1890, yep.
Well, I thought I said 1990. Oh, that's crackhead. Who else but crackhead Easdale? Or I guess at that point it would just be who else but Easdale.
Oh, fair enough. She continually warned her kids of evil, of tobacco, alcohol, gambling, and whistling on Sundays.
Whistling on Sundays.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
dude. Honestly, that fucking blew my mind. And I was looking it up. I mean, so whistling is apparently...
You can move that ashtray closer to you, dude. You don't have to have it that far away from you.
So whistling is a huge superstition for a lot of people, apparently.
Yeah, so is sneezing, that the fucking blessings of God is leaving out of you through every sneeze, which is why they say God bless you to fucking put them back in you.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, but then again, so is getting one's picture taken in certain cultures.
I used to fucking tell people that shit, and they fucking believed me. I used to do that shit for years.
That's how you get out of photos.
I did. I got out of a lot of fucking... Dude, that's how I got out of looking drunk, being around fucking a lot of Hobart people in my 20s.
Or just fucking stoned out of your mind.
Yeah. He's like, let me take your picture. No. And I would tell him that same bullshit. Got away with it for years.
Well, yeah, I mean, that is, I guess, still kind of a thing with a lot of people as well nowadays, which is surprising to me that I found that out.
I say take a piece of my soul. I got plenty to spare.
I don't know how much more I have, if any.
Oh, no, yours is practically non-existent at this point.
Well, I'm probably in the negatives, just running on currency that I don't have now for my soul.
Here you go. Writing checks that your soul can't cash.
Absolutely. Bouncing those bitches.
Your soul can't Johnny Cash. Aha.
Definitely.
Dude, speaking of Johnny Cash, oh, by the way, there's a highlighter in that cup over there. I forgot to mention that. Yeah. But I was watching Be Cool yesterday at work during lunch, and I completely forgot that in that movie, Danny DeVito was supposed to be playing Johnny Cash in the upcoming movie.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So whatever character Danny DeVito was playing in Be Cool, that character was supposed to play a character of Johnny Cash in a fucking upcoming movie.
I mean, honestly, I didn't even fucking know that either. Or maybe I just didn't pay attention to it.
I mean, it had
That
to
was a
have
great
clicked
movie,
at some
though.
point. I mean, well, it finally clicked to me, but I'm surprised it hasn't clicked before this point. That shit's fucking crazy. Ooh, almost got some red line on that one. I was close.
Sorry, I had a beer malfunction there for a second.
Yeah, well, no, you also had a mouth malfunction too.
Well, that's because of the beer malfunction.
Yeah,
So
well, if you don't shove that bottle so far down your throat.
I was practicing.
Water.
Though from all that I did see, there wasn't anything to link the Sunday whistling the Sanders kids were warned of. Honestly, I looked it up. Like, there is most of the superstitions that I seen involving whistling were more due to whistling outside at night while you're fucking like within 50 yards of a graveyard.
What?
Yeah, because they're worried that the whistling is going to bring about the spirits of the dead and attach themselves to you. And I'm like, that doesn't even make sense, even to somebody who believes in ghosts. That does not make sense.
Man, that's it didn't click to me at first, but it did click to me when you mentioned the whistling. The second time you mentioned the whistling on Sundays,
Yeah.
because then it started making me think of the fucking ice cream sundaes because of the of the origin of ice cream sundaes, and that's almost what this sounds like.
Yeah, it's actually kind of close, eh?
Yeah, very much so. You know what? We should. You know, I'm going to write that on the
Yes,
racist
please
whiteboard.
do, so we can remember that. Yeah,
Yes.
because that's going to be a good one.
Where's my notebook?
Oh, right here.
Good.
Right here.
Ah, shit. And guess what I don't have nearby?
Guess what I do?
All right.
Ha
Oh, yeah. The fuck is this?
Oh, that's a badass pen you could also use to break out of a car or into a car or
Break into your
punch
face.
into somebody's eyeball or
Yeah, like I said, break into your face.
you know, absolutely. That pen is great.
You would say something like that.
You would too. You would too.
Yeah. If I watched you almost stab yourself in the fucking stomach with it because you weren't paying attention.
Oh, that's already happened a few times. In 1895, Harlan's father died. Soon after, Harlan's mother started working in a tomato cannery, which in turn left Harlan to look after his younger siblings. And this this is actually where things kind of really start turning. Because it's also
This is the first point when it starts turning.
yeah, the very first point. Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go. We're about to get deep. About to get deep
You know, the
into-
sad thing is, like,
about to get
throughout this
deep
whole
into that
research,
butt.
there was so much more I could have added to this, but this would have definitely turned into easily a 15-part episode with everything I left out.
Well, we're not doing that the first time, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. This also meant 5-year-old Harlan.
Jesus.
Yeah, like he's 5 fucking years old at this point. Would have to cook meals for his siblings and himself. And by age 7, Harlan was already skilled in making bread and vegetables, and he was already improving with his not only preparation of the meat, but also the cooking process of the meat. By age 7.
7 years old, a culinary artist.
He's self-taught culinary artist on top of that, which is even more impressive.
No, he's still a cook. It's not a culinary artist. He's still a cook.
No, well, that's true, but I mean, still, like, all of this is impressive because this is all self-taught. By the age of 5, he's starting to learn how to do this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's impressive, man.
It's also impressive that, a 5-year-old can become a cook.
Yeah. You know what? Absolutely.
Right.
Oh, man. So, this obviously was pretty fucking hard and difficult for him. I mean, just starting out. I'm sure things got better for him as they went into it. But their mother was away at work for days at a time, leaving the Sanders children to forage for food, which at times proved challenging, though they seemed to somehow manage to get them all their meals together somehow.
Okay.
I think the cannery she was working at, I believe, was like
thief. Oh, she was taking that shit.
Well, I don't know about all that, but the factory itself.
I would have been fucking taking that shit.
Well, it didn't matter to her. She was like staying like a couple counties away for work during the week, and then come home like occasionally to spend some time with her kids.
Did you know in 1890 that the United States still had a great postal service?
Well, better than now, for sure.
Was
it great, though, is the question. I'm sure there was still
make
bullshit.
the postal service great again. Yes.
I think they did with, UPS, Amazon, all that. I'm not going to say FedEx, because FedEx, they kind of phoned it in a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1899, his mother married Edward Park.
We're gonna party like it's 1899.
Somebody give me my horse.
Nah, you don't need the horse. Somebody give me my mule.
Ooh,
that's what I would have
changing it up.
That's what I would have been riding. I would have been riding a
Changing
mule.
it up.
Right. I would either been riding a mule or what was the other name for a donkey?
Jackass?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Too big to ride a car.
Hey, give me my ass. Could you imagine valet parking a fucking donkey? Yeah, I had the gray Jackass. Wonder if they did any kind of parking like that, like say like saloons in like towns and shit.
I doubt it.
I do too, but
I doubt that there was any kind of fucking valet parking in a fucking town back in 1890, dude. I highly doubt there was valet parking. Just throwing that one out there.
Oh, I highly doubt it too, but it would still be amazing that maybe they started something we didn't know about. 1899, his mother married Edward Park, as I said.
And yet you wonder why I have no faith in
you. But by 1900, Margaret was widowed once again.
Damn.
At some point, somebody has to question this woman. I'm just saying.
Somebody should have questioned Elizabeth Short, too. But nobody got around to it.
And they definitely didn't. 1900 was also when Harlan turned 10 years old.
You fuck!
Worked out.
Did it, though?
I think so.
I have my doubts on that one.
Hey, you know what? The difference between me having faith in you and you having faith in me is it doesn't matter because neither one of us have faith in each other.
Very true.
Yep. Nope.
So this also marks the first of many, many jobs for Harlan. Age 10, already out there in the working world.
Well, you know what? 1890 was a different time.
Yeah, because, 10 was like the new 18.
Because 100 years later, 1990, wasn't no 10-year-old going to be working no more. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. Wasn't no 10-year-old going to be working anywhere other than a fucking paper route.
Oh, yeah, paper route, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's still less than 100 years. That was 90 years away.
Wait. Oh, right. He was born in 1890.
Yeah, this was literally 1900.
Okay, well, 100 years later in 2000, ain't no way in hell a 10-year-old would be doing fucking anything.
Oh, no.
A 10-year-old might cut grass if they really wanted money. But other than that, and then a 10-year-old is like, I'm going to be chilling in my chilling in the crib with my 6'4".
That is definitely the difference from our time when we were kids.
Fucking goddamn
when
right.
we were at 10 years old, we weren't working crazy-ass jobs like this guy. But we were out there trying to make money. Nowadays, these kids just want everything handed to them. They don't want to get up and do shit. They're like, but my fucking iPad, I need... Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows.
My iPad, my fucking gaming, dude. I can't do that.
But
and we still had games when we were kids, and none of us were just like...
We had to like get online with our friends and whatnot.
Right.
Like, yeah.
I mean, even now, dude, as much as I
didn't
like
have
to hop
internet.
on a game with you or anybody else and shoot some motherfuckers in the face online,
I still play by myself.
well, there's that, but there's still also other.
I deserved every word of that.
It does suck when you shoot yourself in the face. I'm just saying. You just close your eyes, wipe it off, and continue on.
I told you that in confidence.
Oh, I thought that was for on air. My bad.
It's not the first time. Doubt it'd be the last.
Ooh. So he started working as a farmhand.
A farmhand? Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because said born Southern India. Yeah, farmhand for sure.
Yep. 1902, Margaret tried her hand in marriage once again.
Failure. Calling it. We'll just go ahead and call it a failure.
Let's see if he's right, guys. She married William Brodus.
Oh, for sure. Failure.
Fuck. She's like, I'll marry you, but I do not want your last name, bro.
And I do not like you either. Like, I'm marrying you because you have 3 jobs.
And shortly after they married, they moved to Greenwood, Indiana. Harlan and William, for the most part, butted heads. Shocking.
Yeah, what a shocker.
1903, Harlan was 12. He dropped out of the 7th grade.
Bye. Gotta go.
And later revealed it was because of algebra. He also went to live and work at a nearby farm. When Harlan turned 13, he took a job painting horse carriages in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's moving up in the world now.
Moving on up.
And when he turned 14, he moved to southern Indiana, which was still not that far from there, to work as a farmhand once again.
Funny enough, everywhere in Indiana is not that far from fucking Indianapolis.
That's
Because it's
true.
dead center of the fucking state.
That is true. But, I feel like where he moved to, though, wasn't like even an hour away, I don't think, from what I remember seeing. So it still wasn't that far away compared to what we are from Indianapolis.
Because anywhere south of Indianapolis is still southern Indiana. You
Dude,
go to
southern
Evansville, that's
Indianapolis
southern.
is southern Indiana. 1906, Harlan was 15 now, and he was wondering about weird fucking boners. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, he started worrying about that at 15.
He was an interesting dude, guy.
Hey, I mean, he definitely wasn't a quick learner.
He's like, if this doesn't have to do with the stove, I have no fucking idea.
And maybe he should have been cooking his burgers naked.
That
he
would have been a life lesson for another reason.
Or he would have liked it. Well, one of the two.
Till that fucking shit started popping, and he's like, "Oh my balls! Oh my dick!" All that grease just hit
my
you.
dick and balls. The taint. How did it get down there? Like my butt crack, it jumped over my shoulder and went in my butt crack, and it was still hot.
No, yeah, that grease will get everywhere, bro.
Dude, I had a welding spark go down my butt crack once, and that was not fucking fun, dude.
Ooh, I had that happen with the grinder, man, when I was, grinding on a fucking I-beam. And a fucking, just a stream of sparks literally burnt their way through my pants to my ass cheek.
No, dude, this thing went through all of my fucking safety gear and down my shirt, and then it was still hot when it made it past my belt into my literal fucking butt crack.
Damn.
Oh yes.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sure you partied hard after that.
Oh dude, the feeling of that calamine lotion in my fucking butt cheek, in my fucking butt crack.
Orgasmic.
Titulating.
Twitulating? Is that what you said?
Hey, that's what I'm gonna start saying.
Hey, twitulating.
There you go.
Oh man. So, age 15, he got his mother's permission to move to his uncle's in New Albany, Indiana. There he would work with his uncle at a streetcar company. And on top of that, his uncle got him a job as a conductor for that streetcar company.
So this dude's getting all these jobs where with the possibility of using algebra, but he fucking quit school because of algebra.
Yes.
Okay.
Honestly, I could kind of see that like working in a job like that where you could physically understand, like physically see and witness the algebra working, it might be better than just seeing it on paper. You know what I mean?
They made algebra for dummies now, so.
Well, they didn't have that for him then.
We don't know that.
Well, that's true.
Ah.
But I still doubt it. When Harlan turned 16, he falsified his date of birth so he could join the U.S. Army.
Bye.
Where he worked as a wagoneer. In February 1907, Harland was honorably discharged. So, like, literally, I feel like that was, like, less than a fucking year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could do that today.
Yeah, there ain't no fucking way. You sign up, and you're like, this is only going to be, like, a year, right? They're like, you just signed a 15-year guarantee that we could use your ass.
Wow. I think there's a 15-minute guarantee that there's going to be a suicide on your base.
Ooh. Yeah, at some point.
I went there.
I mean, it's understandable. It does happen.
There's that dark humor.
Yeah.
That's why they used to call me the creamy darkness.
Ooh, creamy. Oh, man. So then, after his honorable discharge, he then moved to Sheffield, Alabama.
Okay. I was just going to say Illinois.
I was going to, and then I was like, that's not right. And I knew it wasn't right. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's Alabama.
Bama.
Bama. Where his uncle lived. Upon his arrival, he also noticed
that the women there actually had butts the size of Alabama.
Hopefully not in the shape, too. That would be off-putting. His brother Clarence had also moved there to escape their stepfather. And did I mention that Harlan didn't get along with his stepfather? I know I did.
So by this point, is the mom still married to him?
Yes, they are still married at this point. Yes.
So, well, the failure hasn't happened yet, but it's getting there.
Again, let's see if he's right. Their uncle worked for Southern Railway, and he was able to get Harlan another job with him as a blacksmith this time.
Racist.
It was a blacksmith helper. My bad.
Oh. Okay, a racist by proxy.
Yeah, he hasn't graduated to racist yet.
There you go.
Oh, that's so terrible. In the workshops where he worked for 2 months as this helper, and then later Harlan decided to transfer to the Jasper, Alabama division.
Oh, shit.
Where he cleaned the ash pans of trains that finished their runs.
Oh, well, that's how you try not to be racist, by covering yourself in, gray dust. Now we're not gonna let you do blackface with the real stuff. We're gonna let you do gray face with that.
I mean, what I did wonder, and I didn't see it in there, was this actually a promotion at this point with that position? Like,
nah.
I wouldn't think so either. I almost feel like that's like a demotion. Like,
yeah,
you go
sure.
from like doing more work to you go to just cleaning out all these fucking spots where you got the charcoal going in and you just clean out all that ash. I really feel like that was a demotion and probably less pay on top of it.
Hey, some dudes like cleaning out that ash. Some guys like it.
Jergens.
Man, I met this one dude. He said, he told us all straight up. I don't even know how this conversation got started. He said he don't eat pussy, he don't fuck pussy. He only eat ass and fuck ass.
What?
Period. Nothing else.
So then for him, it doesn't matter if it's a pussy or a dick. He's eating that ass regardless.
Well, hey, that conversation never got that far, but he said every girl he get with, he let them know straight up, when we have sex, I'm putting it in your butt. I'm not fucking with your pussy. And I'm like,
what?
Yeah, dude. For real.
And see, I'm telling you, I feel like my statement is 100% true. For him, it doesn't matter if there's a dick on the other side or a pussy. He's going for that ass regardless.
And as I said before, we never got that far in the conversation. That's where I'm going to leave.
I'm going to go ahead and say we need an update on this.
No. Just a quick no.
So, at the age of 16...
I don't even need to edit that gap. That was a quick response.
No, that's good. We'll leave it. And by this point, he was also actually really close to being 17.
And eating butt.
I feel like we're talking about a different guy. Harlan progressed to steam.
This dude over here just shaking his head. Yeah, you never thought this conversation was gonna get like this, did you? If y'all didn't hear that, he said I was off at the ass.
Oh, and I feel like by him saying it the way he did, that means he just came.
Moving on. Nah, we move on from there. So you said in 1907.
Oh, I said when he was 17, yes.
Yep.
He progressed to steam engine stoker, which was at the time better known as a fireman.
What?
Yeah. Well,
stoking fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just literally the guy poking it, trying to keep that fire going. Oh, yeah. He was poking it, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
It just never fucking stops.
Oh, yeah.
Moving on.
He worked this job position for nearly 3 years.
Jesus Christ.
They were like, all you're good at is just keeping that fire going. Just poke that shit. Poke it. Poke it. He unfortunately got sick and was fired for calling off because he was sick.
Oh, that sounds like America today.
Yeah.
God bless America.
Dude, see, that's what pisses me off. Let's go ahead and talk about this for a second. Because your fucking job will tell you, if you're fucking sick, don't come in. But then when you call off because you're sick, they're like, the fuck, you know we were shorthanded. You know we fucking needed you.
Where were you at, bro?
Yeah. It's like, well, you're the motherfucker that said, if I'm fucking sick, don't come in. I don't do that because I'm sick. And you're like, this is a fucking problem. That shit does have me pissed off. Because that does happen way too fucking much around here.
Oh, I think it should happen more often.
Well, getting sick or getting fired because you're sick?
Both.
That's fucking stupid.
I know.
You really are democratic, aren't
God bless America. I love this country.
Actually, I'm not getting into politics. I don't even know what the fuck I am politically, to be honest with you, so I don't really fucking care.
I am politically ignorant.
Me too.
There you go.
We both deserved one. Although we're going to get some fucking hate mail for that, I'm sure, just because.
Your stories, dpoid@gmail.com. Do not email us about anything political.
Because if you do, I mean, I would read it and just be like, whatever,
Well,
and not say anything about it.
There you go.
All right, so.
Yep.
1909.
Damn it. Oh, yeah, you said, yeah.
Yeah. Harlan began working as a laborer for Norfolk and Western Railway. So he's still stuck with the railroad in some way. Because, the other one was still kind of known as a railway, obviously. While he was working on the railroad, Harlan met Josephine King.
Hey, babe.
Yeah. And by June 15th, 1909...
Show me a little elbow.
They were married. She must have showed him the ankles.
Oh, yeah, she did.
It's Jasper, Alabama.
You know what she showed her? She showed her that hole in the back of her knee that fucking Quagmire talked about.
The fifth hole.
There you go.
Ooh.
He found that, really got up in.
I do think he called it the fourth hole, but the fifth hole works better.
Well, you know what? Hockey style, the fifth hole.
All right. Fair enough.
Hell yeah.
So they went on to have 3 children.
Shit.
Damn lambskins do nothing.
Should have had one. Damn it.
Should have fucking got rid of you after the first kid. All right. So there are 3 children. Margot
Robbie. The original Margot Robbie. There you go.
No. Margaret Josephine Sanders was born in Jasper, Alabama on March 29th, 1910. She died October 19th, 2001. Harlan David Sanders Jr. was born April 23rd, 1912, in Tuscumbia, I have no idea if that's right.
All right.
He died September 15th, 1932 in Martinsville, Indiana. And Mildred Marie Sanders Ruggles, all right, was born
Married.
October 15th, 1919 in Jefferson, Indiana. She died September 21st, 2010
Yep,
in
married.
Lexington, Kentucky.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Trying to stay close to home where that real Kentucky Fried
Yeah,
Chicken is.
so that was three of his kids.
Got to get that real crunchy shit. Not none of this all fucking wet shit that they serve up here.
Yeah. Now, I will say, like everything I've seen, even in this first marriage, his second marriage as well that we haven't got to yet, he was always literally fucking any woman that he came across. I mean, with all of these jobs, he did do traveling. He was never really fucking home.
No, he was fucking somewhere else.
Yeah, obviously. That's what I'm saying. Like, he was steady fucking anybody he could at this point. And from all accounts I've seen, I'm pretty sure that stayed pretty consistent throughout his life.
You know what? That really makes you wonder if anybody got sick out of from eating any piece of chicken that he handled.
I don't think, well, he did.
Oh, dude. I guarantee you somebody got fucking food poisoning because more than likely at that motherfucking whatever location he was at, he was probably, wait for it, just eating somebody's ass in the motherfucking back office.
You know.
And then fucking handed somebody some fucking chicken.
I'm going to actually give this to you. And the reason I'm going to is because there was a story I left out of here about that.
Called it. What was he really eating ass?
Oh, I don't know about ass, but he was definitely fucking the bitch in the fucking freezer and in the stock room. And, yeah, so it absolutely happened at least once.
Colonel Sanders was a super freak.
Oh, he
super
was.
freak.
No, the guy was a fucking super freak for sure. Yeah. Man, that's why I feel like that's a lot of where he came up with the fucking slogan later on with the finger licking good shit. It wasn't about the goddamn chicken. It was about the fucking affairs he was having. So there's that. And Harlan found work with another railway as he began to work at Illinois Central Rail.
See, now every time you say railway, I feel like it's a euphemism for sex.
I feel like he used it as a euphemism for sex, so it works out.
Gotta go work at the railway, babe.
Yeah, got a double at the railway. Oh, man. As a fireman again, also known as steam engine stoker, Harlan and his family moved to Jackson, Tennessee, where Harlan studied law at night through LaSalle Extension University.
Oh, it was an extension. There was an extension, all right.
Harlan did lose his job with Illinois Central Rail, shocking, after getting into a brawl with a co-worker. This is another thing.
It was probably because it was dude's wife. Probably, dude. Dude. You know what?
Yes, I am almost certain you're fucking right. But that's another thing. No, by everything I've seen, Harlan Sanders, he had a fucking mouth on him. He had no
I bet
problem
he did.
fucking running his mouth to anybody.
No, he was running that mouth up some woman's thigh. I can tell you that much.
Although I still never heard how good his tongue game was, but
He was running that mouth.
Yeah, that mouth was going.
Yep, for sure.
But yeah, he was always getting into fights with people.
He was always taking
throughout.
taste tests too.
That's probably most of those fights, yeah. He was always getting into fights with coworkers before he quit school with other schoolmates. Like just everything he did in life, he was always constantly being in fights, whether they were verbal or physical. Always.
He should have called himself General Sanders.
Yeah, I mean, it would have made a lot of sense, for sure.
Major General Sanders. There you go.
Soon after the brawl that got him fired, Harlan moved to Illinois to work at Rock Island Railroad.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sticking with those railroads. Which later became Pacific Railroad, which we still know today. And Josephine and the kids moved in with her parents for the time being.
Yeah, so he can just go
Ooh, yeah,
lay that railway.
Now it's Harlan gone wild.
Yeah, he's definitely out there laying that railway.
Oh, yeah, he's fucking laying it. Harlan went to Little Rock, Arkansas to practice law.
Arkansas.
Arkansas for sure. Which he did for 3 years. Finally.
Until he failed out.
That's the thing. He actually didn't fail out. That's the funny part.
Okay.
He earned enough money within the 3 years there to have his family move in with him. But his legal career ended after he got into a courtroom brawl with his own fucking client. Beat his own client's ass in court.
Wow.
So fucking ridiculous.
Where was the Judge Mills Lane bullshit spray when it was needed?
Oh, it was absolutely needed then.
Call back. Holla.
So that obviously destroyed his reputation and career.
Obviously.
Dude, they didn't actually say what started the fight to begin with between them from everything I've seen. There was a source I would have had to pay to look into. Probably would have said what the fight started over.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to the point of business expenses yet.
No,
so.
not yet.
Yeah.
We need to try to get there soon. But yeah, so I'm just assuming that this guy was like, well, tell him I'm innocent because of blah, blah, blah. He's like, but I'm telling him you're innocent because of this. And he's like, but that's not even true. He's like, you know what, motherfucker? A fucking Harlan, you know that?
Well, sounds like everybody from Chicago.
Well, he was born in Indiana, so it's close enough.
No. I have to disagree with you there.
And I agree with the disagreement. This attraction seemed to cause a
This
low
guy
point.
really think he's funny. He really does.
This altercation seemed to cause a low point in Harlan's life. It was said that Harlan encountered repeated failure that stemmed from his bullheadedness and lack of self-control and impatience and self-righteous.
Oh, so of course, not only was he sticking his cock in anything that moved, there's some fucking rape charges in there too.
I'm sure there was.
For fucking sure.
He also had lack of diplomacy. Which
Well, no shit. After everything else you just fucking read off, it's like, what a shock.
I know. I just had to throw it in there. I think we
Lack
all
of
knew that when he
decency.
quit in 7th grade to begin with. So
Yeah, there's that. Fucking algebra. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna go make me some money. Whatever
Yeah.
you say, little nigga.
You know, obviously it seemed like it was way better back then. You didn't even have to finish school and could still get decent jobs. Nowadays, even if you finish school, those decent jobs ain't guaranteed to you. You're probably working some bullshit for most of your life.
Yeah, I know.
And that's fucking ridiculous.
And people have said, like, man, why didn't you go to college? Like, why would I go to college to try to get a job that I'm not guaranteed that I'm going to get when I get out?
And nowadays, that's exactly what it is. Even if you go to college, you got the best goddamn education you could fucking ever get. And you're still working at like Burger King.
Still waiting tables.
Yeah, you know, fucking stripping to fucking provide for your kids.
Yeah.
And you got all these degrees and you can't fucking use a single one of them. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
College means fucking nothing anymore, and it's sad. It should, you know.
Trade schools are making a comeback, and I say go for
any
it, too.
schooling should fucking matter when it comes to fucking careers and this and that. So it's like now those don't even fucking matter. Education does not matter.
That's true. Because you can go to welding school, get out, and they'll be like, you got any experience? Like, no, I just got out of school. Like, well,
we need 2 years experience.
Right.
What?
How am I supposed to get the experience if you don't give me the chance?
Right. Yeah, it is so fucking ridiculous. So,
Yeah.
you know, educated, not educated, the struggle's real for everybody.
Yeah.
And it's fucking ridiculous.
It's awesome.
I mean, I guess they kept it equal.
All right.
This incident caused Harlan to have to move back to his mother's in Henryville, Indiana,
Woo.
where he found work with Pennsylvania Railroad.
Stepdad still there?
where he worked as a laborer. You know what is fucking interesting about that? They did not ever specify. I didn't see anything where he had another run-in with the stepdad at Pacific Railroad or Pennsylvania Railroad. My bad. So I don't know. Not sure. In 1916, Harlan and his family moved to Jeffersonville, Indiana, where he got a job as a life insurance salesman for Prudential Life Insurance.
What?
Yes. Yes. Now he's fucking just, hey, you want to buy my insurance, bitch?
I was thinking the same thing, except it was more like he's fucking grabbing people's fucking like shirts and fucking shit. It's like, you're going to buy my fucking goddamn insurance.
Slamming them against the wall.
Yeah.
I said, this is a great deal. Yeah, you're right. Let me get my wallet.
Right. That's what I'm picturing. Like straight up mobster fucking insurance salesman and shit.
Have you seen that one meme on Facebook?
No.
Where's the button? You haven't?
Dude, of course not.
Oh, yeah, you really haven't been on lately. Never mind. I mean, it's an older one, so that's why I was like, maybe you've seen it. But all right, fair enough. I'm not even going to get into it then. But it is pretty funny.
If you got to use that highlighter.
I did. Harlan eventually got fired for insubordination.
What a shock.
I am so shocked. I did not see this coming.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. We saw you in the closet.
You were on the boss's desk.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
You were on the boss's desk, and it was his wife.
It wasn't me.
Him and his family moved to Louisville, Kentucky, where he worked as a salesman again for now Mutual Benefit Life.
I feel like that's.
I think Mutual is still around, or they just got bought out by somebody else.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like that sounds familiar from like the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Okay.
And in 1920, Harlan was 30 years old by this point, and he started a ferry boat company.
He was banging women in the fucking in the cockpit. It's like I'll show you what a fucking real cruise on the fucking waters looks like.
You're probably not wrong at all.
Jesus, dude.
He had a boat that ran between Jefferson and Louisville. The ferry was on an instant. What? The ferry boat was an instant success. With the ferry established, Harlan took a job as a secretary at the Chamber of Commerce in Columbus, Indiana, around 1922. You want to hear something even more funny?
Oh, now he's banging the other secretaries in the closets.
Yeah.
Wow. He just out there just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go anywhere where I can find women to fuck.
Yeah.
And get paid.
Now, here's the funny thing. Less than a year he was at this Chambers of Commerce job. He quit because he knew he wasn't good at the job.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I already had that thought before he even decided to do the job.
Yeah, but I mean, it is funny because it's like he was trying to fake it till he made it, and he's like, too many people know I'm not here. They know. He then sold his ferry boat company for $22,000.
Which is a lot of money in 22.
Today, yes. Yeah. That's like $393,000.
Yeah, that's a lot of money today.
Yeah. Yeah, so even back then, he was set, even by that point. So he used that money to establish a manufacturing company that would manufacture acetylene lamps.
Okay.
Though, ultimately, this company failed when a company named Delco, later called AC Delco, rolled out their electric lamp line that also would sell on credit. Blew him out of the water, and they are still around today.
Yeah. As soon as you said Delco, I was like, wait, this sounds very fucking familiar.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Fucked his world all up. I feel like he was set, and then AC Delco was, at the time, just Delco. They're like,
they said, sit and spin, motherfucker.
We see you later.
Like, better yet, sit on our bub and spin, motherfucker.
Ooh-wee, that bulb. Ooh.
Wow.
And those were bigger bulbs then, too.
They had the larger filaments.
Those filaments just wouldn't quit. Harlan moved to Winchester, Kentucky to work as a salesman for the Michelin Tire Company.
My God, dude.
Unfortunately, in 1924, he lost his job when Michelin closed their doors.
When they closed it. I was about to say, let me guess, insubordination again?
No, dude, honestly, when I first got there, I thought the same thing, and I read it a little more. I was like, oh, come on, that's still kind of funny, though. They closed their doors, although soon after losing his job, he met the general manager of the Standard Oil of Kentucky, who offered him a job running a service station in Nicholasville, Kentucky. And in 1930, the station closed due to the Great Depression.
Woo!
So this guy...
Shout out to the Great Depression.
Well...
one of many Great Depressions.
Yeah.
And many more to come. There's that word again.
Yeah, there it is.
He's going to come.
With more luck on Harlan's side, the Shell Oil Company offered him a service station in North Corbin, Kentucky.
Okay.
So now he's going to be running that. And it would be rent-free as long as he paid Shell a percentage of sales. So I still feel like they kind of shafted him. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think they really kind of fucked him by doing that.
He's like, here, take this, but make sure we get our cut. Like, the fuck?
Yeah, yeah, I mean, he made it work, so I guess whatever.
Well, that's because he was banging customers in the bathroom.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I do not doubt it at all. Harlan obviously paid Shell a percentage of sales. Agreed, and Harlan agreed to paying this, and it didn't take him long to start serving meals such as...
Cock on a plate.
Would you like to try our freshly squeezed cum?
I got some of that smoked meat log for you waiting in the microwave.
Oh my God. Oh man. So yeah, he was making meals now, chicken dishes, country ham and steaks.
Oh, nope.
Yep. And the extra revenue from the food sales, he eventually put towards opening a restaurant. Though before that dream was met, Harlan was having some problems with a rival station. Rival station. I'm sure he was at that point too. I mean, his wife at this point's got to know he's fucking other bitches.
Right. Yeah.
So, rival station was giving him fucking problems here. And Harlan had painted a sign on a railroad wall. It was like one of those like railway bridges that kind of, you drive under that little railway bridge, you're kind of right by a station.
Yeah.
So one of those walls, he painted a sign for his station.
Okay. I was going to say get bent.
Freshly squeezed cum ahead. To advertise the station, but the manager of a nearby station painted over it. Harlan and Matt Stewart, rival manager, brawled over it several times leading up to this point.
Okay.
One of the last times, and in fact, this kind of was. No, this was the second to last time. One of the last times this happened, they fought, and after the fight, Harlan told Stewart he would blow his goddamn head off if he paints over his sign one more fucking time.
All right.
Harlan then repainted his sign, but May 7th, 1931, all hell broke loose when Harlan and two other Shell employees drove by.
Freshly squeezed cum for sale, right on the fucking corner.
They drove
Hey, slurp
by.
it up, slurp it down. Come get your freshly squeezed cum right here.
Made in house.
All right.
Drove by and caught Stewart painting over their sign yet again. The three jumped out of the car armed. Stewart was also armed. Stewart jumped off his ladder and began to fire. So now this is turning into a fucking gun show.
Shoot out. Plaka.
Yeah. Which left Harland and his crew to obviously return fire. I mean, how the fuck you not going to? If you're all armed and you're getting shot at, fucking shoot back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This shootout lasted a few seconds, and Stewart ended up killing a manager of Shell. But Harland shot Stewart twice.
Ha ha, take down your piece of shit.
One in the shoulder, one in his hip, and the other one they said it was near his chest, but they didn't really specify like if it hit a lung or anything. Okay. I don't think it did. But still, he got him in the chest as well. So shoulder.
I mean, it could have been a shoulder because that's close to the chest.
Well, it was a shoulder shot, but there was also one further into the actual chest cavity. But okay. I don't know. It didn't specify, right. The damage that was received from the chest.
Oh, shot. I got the damage right here.
And Stewart ended up going to prison for murder, which eliminated the competition for Harland in that fucking moment.
Bye.
Absolutely.
See you later.
So that right there is kind of cool. I mean, dude, he literally got away with shooting the shit out of somebody, but I mean, the guy had it coming. He did shoot first.
There's that word again.
Yeah, there it is for sure.
Squeezed.
And we are gonna leave it right there, right? Time?
Are we?
Right.
Yeah, actually, that's right on time.
There you go.
Okay.
We're gonna leave it right there. We will pick up next week.
Sweet.
Yes.
All right.
Fucking Colonel Sanders, dude. Who fucking knew?
Yeah, he's not even a colonel yet.
No, that is true. That's why I've been using his real name.
Interestingly enough, what was his rank when he got out of the Army? Because obviously it wasn't a colonel.
No, he was a private. He was there for like less than a year. He never made it out of the private state.
In and out, baby. You know what? That's like when people, we used to know would go to jail every fucking winter.
Oh yeah.
So then that.
Hey, that was kind of me for a minute too. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, like every winter just do something just dumb enough to be in jail for 6 months.
Yep.
Oh yeah, dude. We actually do quite a few people that did that.
Absolutely. But yeah, the colonel thing didn't actually come from his military experience. We will get into that.
There's that word again.
We don't. He did get it somewhere else, but it's interesting, man. This guy's fucking nuts. He's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know how he became such a huge public figure with how nuts this guy actually
with
is.
How much of a piece of shit that
dude, yeah, honestly, man. He'll fuck anybody's wife. He'll fucking shoot at you. The guy was a dick, man. He actually was. I mean, by all accounts, there was a lot of people said he was a good dude. But you get on his bad side, you don't want to be on his bad side. And they left it at that.
He's like, I'll fuck you up, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'll fuck your wife in front of you, bitch.
Wow. Okay. You know what? That is the point when you have to say,
should've never been with your ratchets.
All right, that's the podcast. Thanks for listening. This has been the dumbest podcast on your desk. I am Andy McDouche.
And I'm Clayton Keck.
And you can listen to us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcast, Podcast Index, Listen Notes, Pandora, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Audible, and Sirius XM Radio. Check out Remy Boys VSOP. Also check out
Tapping the Keg on all the same platforms.
Exactly.
But I will say all except for one, because the dumbest podcast on your desk is also able to be found on YouTube now.
Yes. Thank you for
problem.
Thank you for plugging that. I was going to say something else, but you know what? Who gives a shit? All right. Thanks for listening. We out.
Later.
Email us, yourstoriesdpord@gmail.com. Peace.
Later.